Tonight we'll savour some delightful seasonal Chinese soup that reveals Chinese dietary secrets. We'll explore a lifestyle that truly defines the word extravagance, meet a pioneering artist who creates evolutionary ideas on automobiles, and discover a mind-blowing riding resort with profoundly fascinating features.
Welcome to Dolce Vita.
Vanessa, doesn't it make you proud that China has such a long and extraordinary cultural history? And that so many traditional Chinese beliefs have such significant cultural and social values?
Well, I know you're not the only one to agree with that, but I'm sure many people truly appreciate the knowledge that the Chinese have put together throughout the years.
Believe it or not, Chinese soup is something that can clearly demonstrate the richness of Chinese culture.
Jason, I know you're fond of your Chinese food, but what dishes do you like best?
Basically everything, because dishes from different parts of China have their own uniqueness. But right now, I'd really like some Chinese-style roast meats.
Well, you're in luck, because this place here has excellent roast meats, and we must try their soup. It's a specialty.
Who said it's tough to make dreams come true? Here on the table, we have all of my favourite Chinese-style roast meats. Roast goose, sliced suckling pig, barbecue pork. They're incredibly tasty. But wait a second, didn't we come here for the Chinese soup today?
Chinese people pay a lot of attention to the ingredients in their soup, because different ingredients have different effects. I also know that people who work long hours like to drink ginseng tea from time to time. Is that also something that can be made into a soup?
Definitely. Ginseng is widely used as an ingredient in Chinese soups because it's believed to have revitalizing effects.
Ginseng root is often credited to help lower blood sugar and cholesterol levels, to protect us against stress and enhance body strength. On the other hand, partridge is reputed to soothe coughing and relieve a sore throat, which is why the soup is best for the winter. But forget about all those potential benefits, just the subtle bittersweet flavour of ginseng was a winner itself.
I know that in Western soups, vegetables are often added to give a sweet flavour. What about Chinese soups? What kind of vegetables are used?
Well, it depends what kind of soup you want to make. Usually it's watercress, cabbage, spinach, because of the distinct flavour and high nutrition value.
There's also a popular soup recipe that people make for the sick and injured, which is believed to help recovery.
Well, that's going to be the Mandarin fish and watercress soup. It's actually good for anyone who wants to boost their immune system.
The word watercress in Chinese means foreign vegetables, since watercress doesn't come from China. But then, what makes watercress such an important part of Chinese cuisine? If you've tried this soup, you definitely know the answer. Yep, it's delicious.
So here's another soup with vegetables. It tastes really good. What's with the vegetables this time?
Pig lungs.
Pig lungs?
Jason, you shouldn't be surprised. Pig lungs are very common ingredients in soups. It helps to moisturize your lungs and relieve coughing. It's best for the winter time.
Well, Chinese people do have a knack of making soup out of extraordinary ingredients.
Although the preparation of pig's lungs in soup making is quite complicated, Chinese people still find them irresistible because of its delicate taste, as well as its high nutritional value. I've never had pig's lungs before, but I'm definitely going to give this soup a 10 out of 10.
We're always told how good soup is for the skin because it nourishes us with all the vitamins and minerals we need.
You're right. There are also some recipes made particularly for improving skin conditions. They've saved me fortunes from doing facials.
I'm sure guys would be interested in that too.
Choosing the right ingredients is the key to making a great pot of soup. Mexican or Malaysian papayas, compared with Hawaiian papayas, are less sweet and chunkier in texture. But for many people, this is exactly what makes them a better choice for soup making.
You know, pearls have the ability to enhance women's appearance. But apart from jewellery, the Chinese grind their pearls and put them into soup.
So pearls can enhance your appearance from inside out?
Exactly, and it tastes amazing with milk and black chicken.
Black chicken served as one of the major ingredients in dietary medicine during ancient China. The legend was that it cured asthenia and internal impairment, back in the days when modern surgical operations were not available. How can we not give Chinese people some credit for their dietary knowledge?
It's really smooth, and you can feel the creamy texture of the milk, and you can also taste the chicken, but it's not too overpowering. It's really good. Try it.
Vanessa, you know a lot about Chinese soup making, which will definitely make you a good wife someday.
Well, thank you, I guess. But then knowledge is everything. There's a Chinese saying, make a pot of good soup and you can tie down a man's heart.
I see.
What? I was talking about my mom.
I'm sure you were. Vanessa, what do you most like to do after a long day's work to wind down?
Personally, I enjoy catching up with friends over a few drinks, listening to live music.
Well, you've got to meet this guy who can do all of that in the comfort of his own house. It takes a certain kind of person to know how to live the life in Hong Kong, to know when to take time out and how. If someone chose to live here, he'd certainly expect a lot from life. So I'm going to explore and find out what pleasures he seeks in life.
For many people, home is an escape from the hectic lives they lead. And if you have the luxury of such spacious surroundings, it's also a place you'd love to share with those around you. There are many ways to enjoy life. There's a particular person who's not only passionate about cars, wine and great food, he also knows the importance of creating the perfect atmosphere in which to enjoy the company of his friends and family.
And music can play a great part in this. So he's gone to great efforts to create a state-of-the-art sound system. So let's have a look.
This audio system has numerous technological advances, developed through years of tests and critical listening, and has been the reference for many recording studios and music lovers around the world, like the Teflon-coated wires, which extend the bass and highs. The reflections and distortions of noise pollution are minimized, which results in a full-bodied, natural and accurate sound. It's not about making the music loud. It's all about producing music that's pure.
Mr. Chu, thanks for inviting me to your house. It's a beautiful home. You must have given the interior and the decor a lot of thought.
Well, I'm not that good enough, but I hired a very professional team of people. You know, they spent about 7 months to make this happen.
I've noticed you've got an extraordinary sound system. Music must be one of your loves.
I have two sets of systems. One is the so-called tube amplifier, which gave me more stage feel.
Okay.
And just like people, sing in front of you. And I spend pretty much time every day with my musical instrument.
So how did you come up with the idea of the AV room?
The idea is very simple. When I see movie, I like to be very private. I really don't like too many people, sit next to me. So I built this room and give me a place that I can enjoy the movie on my own. I like very detailed movie, so I can be focused on them.
So which is your favorite part of the house?
I think I like the wine cellar, the cigar room, and then also my music room. I spend most of my time there.
Did you spend much time in the wine cellar too?
Yes. It becomes my daily life, I go there to see my wife and then touch it. Yes, I like both music and wine. I can put these things together. Tube amplifier, just like a vintage wine. They give you very full body, rich and smooth. And transistor, just like some young wine. It will be very fruity and then give you more punch, powerful,
I see. So Adam, which is your most treasured bottle of wine?
Well, you asked me this question, I will introduce this one to you. Because this is a 1921 Sauterne wine. And they say this is the best year of this chateau.
Okay.
And why it is so most treasured is because even you have money, it's very difficult to buy this one.
It's priceless.
Coming up, we'll bring you some outstandingly unique car design concepts and a resort that horse riding enthusiasts cheerfully clamour for.
Vanessa, what do you think about Chinese art?
Well, personally, I like it. Chinese art is usually made from tremendous delicacy and craftsmanship.
But other than the appreciable craftsmanship, some Chinese artists are also known for their creativity and knowledge too.
One of the best ways to express emotions is through the medium of visual art. It can convey issues of much complexity into interesting objects, which are both aesthetically pleasing and thought-provoking. Let's find out more about one man's thoughts on meaning of life.
So what's the formula for an outstanding artist? Although it sounds cliché, artists who turn out to be successful are usually characterized by their originality of ideas, unique characters, and profoundly fascinating works.
我是赵光辉，那么我的生活是这样的，我又做过赛车手，我又是雕塑家，那我肯定就会做出这样的作品来。我看到我们车队的技师，修理技师在改这个车的时候，他很像在为一个动物在动手术，把盖子打开，把该加该剪的剪了，该搭的搭，重新接起来，它完全就像在对一个动物。然后我就觉得车是有生命的。
Bright yellow matched with crisp orange. What a bruised-eye goldfish. I wonder what's the inspiration behind this lovely creation.
我想，一个艺术家想表达的东西表达得更清楚、更透彻，那么我就觉得，如果它是动物，它撞了以后它会肿，它会眼睛会肿起来。然后我就那个作品的题目我撞到了桑塔纳先生。桑塔纳是大陆最多的一个车，而且他们开得很快，而且他们很霸道。那么我这个作品叫。我已经尽力了，但我还是撞到了他。
While we all believe vehicles are symbols of progress in the future, Zhao created works resembling bone-like fossil fragments covered in heaps of sand, which mimic the excavation of dinosaurs.
我在这个之前做的这些东西，都是很亮、很漂亮。我其实不完全是一个这样的人，我内心有一点点做作的东西，就是喜欢一点点悲伤，一点点那种。那么在这种时候，我觉得光做这个没有太多的，没有完全表达我的感受。那我很喜欢，然后我就喜欢这样的气氛，就是他可能会离开我们了，他可能会死掉。有一次我开车从西藏回到昆明的时候，我就决定我的车，我自己的那个车，我说我要让它留在我身边一直到老，我舍不得它。那么我就想着，如果它死掉，它会是一个什么样子？它就会有这样一个，它一直陪着我。
Zhao has devoted his whole life to creating expressive artworks and designs. So who was it that made the biggest impact on such an outstanding artist?
他叫毛旭辉，我非常感谢他，而且他像一个，对我们年轻艺术家来说，他像一个精神导师那种。他不是告诉你应该怎么去做艺术，是他告诉你，作为一个艺术家，你该怎么样的去面对生活。这个是他做出的榜样。作为艺术家来说，成功应该是你做出来的作品，给看你作品的人提供了一种理解世界和观看世界的另外一种方式。你告诉他们应该有可能这样去看身边的东西，但是用视觉的东西，你创造的视觉提供这种可能，那我就觉得是一个很棒的艺术家。
With horse riding becoming more and more popular, Hong Kong is fortunate to be next door to one of the best horse riding facilities in Asia. Summer 2008 is going to be a huge year for China, but 2007 is going to be even more critical as China races to finish extensive preparations for the international event that brings nations together and sets new records.
And it's all in the name of friendly competition, which is held only once every 4 years. That's the Olympic Games.
The Olympic equestrian events comprise of 3 disciplines: dressage, show jumping and the 3-day event. All of these are taught here by some of the finest horse trainers in the world in 2 Olympic-sized horse riding arenas. To complement the horse training, there's also a selection of health activities and services to encourage wellness and toning of the entire body and mind. Humans have worked with horses for the last 5,000 years, and these skills have now evolved from practical necessity to advanced sportsmanship. And even decades after the first ancient games, horse riding is still the only Olympic event that involves animals, and it's the only one where men and women can compete against each other. Out of the 3 Olympic equestrian disciplines, show jumping is the most popular, and dressage is considered to be the supreme art. To get started with horse riding, we had a chat with Mr. Lee. He tells us that it's most important to get a good foundation, so he's advised that the best way to get started is to understand the nature of horses. Each one has an individual personality, much like humans, so it's vital to bond with your horse. The Olympic show jumping course features between 12 and 14 obstacles of removable timber fences that range between 1.4 and 1.6 meters high, double or treble jumps, and some crossing of water. Each Olympic nation can enter a team of up to 4 horse riders. Competing show jumping horses must be at least 8 years old, and the objective is to complete the course without a mistake. Okay, so it's not as effortless as it appears. These horses are handsome creatures, and if you've ever watched a dressage event, you'll have noticed their impressive ability to perform choreographed movements under the command of the rider. The horses demonstrate walking, trotting and cantering, a series of dressage movements like pirouettes, and also perform to music. The riders pay attention to the position of their body, back, hands and legs, as well as every movement of the horse.
So Vanessa, how was it for you?
I've absolutely loved it. Oh my gosh. The horses here are so tame. I mean, you know I was afraid of horses before.
Yeah.
But no, I had a great time and we were galloping. So how about you?
It looks so easy on TV, but when you're on top of the horse, it's just so different. It's really difficult, and there's no control whatsoever. Well, I'm just a beginner, I suppose.
Don't worry if you don't have your own horse. The resort currently has around 60 horses which can be hired or bought by members and guests. So let's get back to the beginning. How to look after the horses. A shiny, glossy coat is a sign of good health. And to keep it all in order, grooming is an essential part of caring for horses. And after bathing, it's time to head back to the stables. It's an amazing experience to get so close and feed these horses. If you're a beginner, you might want to start by getting used to being around horses, and all it takes is just one look at these sweet-looking ponies and your fears should melt away. These lovely animals are ideal for kids who are just starting up in the riding world. And if these fine creatures get sick, it's all in hand at the veterinary clinic. Luckily, it's just a quick health check for this handsome beauty. can even get a sweeping view of the grounds from here.
Today really was a great day. It was so exhilarating, but I'm completely exhausted now.
And I'm really beginning to appreciate the beauty of horses.
I can't wait to see them in the Olympics, now that I know what to look out for. But what I'm not looking forward to is the pain I'm going to feel tomorrow.
And after a hard day of riding, this is definitely fitting for an exhausted rider.
I could stay here all weekend. I should forget it. All week I could stay here.
I'm really going to think about taking up horse riding as a hobby.
And that's all we have time for tonight. Thanks for watching.
For more information about tonight's fabulous episode, check out our website.
And next week we'll bring you more information on where to shop, where to eat, and how to live the Dolce Vita in Hong Kong.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.